Hello everyone, I am Prankur Gupta and today we are going to understand inheritance in Java. So before going into detail, let me remind you what is inheritance in Java. So in my previous lessons of OOPS concept, I have already talked about inheritance. Now inheritance is basically when a class is acquiring all the states and behaviors of other class. It means that if a class has some data members and methods and other class is trying to acquire all the data members and methods of other class, this process is known as inheritance. Now a class which is acquiring all the data members and methods of other class is known as derived class, and a class which is getting inherited, which is giving its data members and methods to other class, it is known as base class. Now let us see with the help of example. Now here I have class A and here I have class B. Now this class A has data members A and B and have a function go. Now also in this class B we have A, B and go, and also C, D and display. Now from where this A, B and go came? Now this A, B and go are basically came because they are class B is actually extending the class A. So if it is extending, extend means it is trying to inherit class A. So if it is trying to inherit class A, so it will have all the data members, or you can say states and behaviors of class A, and also it can also add some other data members and methods. Like you can see here also C, D and display are the data members and methods of class B. Okay, and A, B and go are data members and methods of class A which are acquired by class B after inheritance. Okay, now this class B will known as child class, derived class, or you can say subclass, and class A will be known as base class, parent class and superclass. Now if we want to inherit any class, like here if class B wants to inherit class A, then we must use extend keyword. Okay, if we want to inherit any class, then we must use extend keyword. I will tell you later how we can do that. Now before telling you with the example, let me tell you what is a relation. Now is a relation is nothing but it is a relation between two classes which are include in the process of inheritance. It means that if a class which is acquiring the components of other class, they both will have is a relation. Okay, now what is this is a relation? Let us see that. Now we know that a fruit has some features. Now these all features of fruit will also acquired by apple, date and mango. Why? Because apple, date and mango are also fruits. So they will have all the features, or you can say states and behaviors of fruit. Okay. So basically apple is a fruit, date is a fruit and mango is a fruit. So similarly you can see here I have created a base class fruit, and after that I have created a apple class which is extending fruit. Now here extends means that it is trying to acquire all the states and behaviors of fruit, and also it is going to add some more features. Okay, so here we have date class which is trying to extend fruit class, and also it will going to add some more features because apple and date have some other features also. They are not similar. Okay, they are fruits, so they will have all the features of fruits, but they also have some additional features also. Okay, so they will going to add inside their own classes, and similarly mango is extending fruit, and also it is going to add some more features. Okay, now let us see what is has a relation. Now has a relation is nothing but it is when a class is creating the object of other class inside it. It means that if we have class A and here we have class B, and class B is basically trying to create the object of class A, so they both will have has a relation. It means that B has A, so they both will have has a relation. Okay guys, this is all about is a relation and has a relation. Now let us see with the help of example how inheritance works. Now here we have class ABC and here we have class DEF. Now ABC is a base class and DEF is a derived class, or because it is extending class ABC. Okay, so now DEF will have all the states and behaviors of class ABC, and also it is additionally adding a method called multiply. Okay, it means that DEF will have all the you can say A, B and add method inside DEF, and also it is going to add one more method whose name is multiply. Okay, now we have created another class called xyz, inside which I am creating the object of def class. Now why I am creating the object of def class? I mean, if I want to access add and multiply, why I have to create the object of def class? Basically, if you have two versions of any app, then you will definitely go for updated version. I mean, if you have earlier version and if you have updated version, then you will definitely go for updated version. So similar is the case here. If we have earlier version and if we have updated version, we will definitely go for updated version. So we have to create the object of def class, because it is having all the states and behaviors of base class, and it is also having some additional features. So we have to create the object of def class. Okay, so if we want to access add function, we can access it using obj, which is the reference of def class, and if we want to access multiply, we can access it using the reference of def class. So if we try to execute this program, first it will print 30. Why? Because it will call add function, which will add 10 and 20, and if we call multiply function, it will multiply these both values and will return us 15. I hope you guys get the clear idea what is inheritance in Java. Guys, if you like my video, don't forget to follow and share this video. This is my Unacademy profile link. Thank you guys.